Hey everybody. Hope you guys are all having a great day. I've got Facebook Live, Instagram Live both up, so if you see me kind of looking back and forth, that's why. I wanted to kind of jump on here and just talk about my top 3 tips for meeting your health and wellness goals in 2019. So I hope everybody's having a great weekend. We're now officially through week 1 of 2019. So hopefully it's going great for everybody. How are your resolutions and your goals going? Are you hanging in there? I hope so. Comment below and tell me one goal that you have for this year. It can be anything. It doesn't need to be related to health and nutrition. I'd just like to hear what all of y'all have going on and what you're planning to work on this year. So comment below and let me know. And I'd love to just see what everybody has going on. So again, I just wanted to kind of hop on and talk about meeting our health and wellness goals this year and just give you all some tips to set yourself up for success. My first tip is definitely for you all to plan ahead. So planning ahead is something that I've really ingrained in myself during the past 6 months or so. And prior to that, I would plan some days kind of when I felt like it or had a hard time. But then so many other days I would just wing it, especially on weekends. This was setting me up for failure because I'd find myself busy and like starving when I was on the go. And I'd be so hungry that I would just like grab whatever was closest and easiest. But when I started the Faster Way to Fat Loss program, I knew that this was going to have to change. Otherwise, I'd never be successful. So once I changed my mindset, I really found that it was easier. Although I spent a lot of time on the weekends planning out our meals, it made the weeks just so much less stressful. So here's how I planned. I started out planning all my dinners for the week. I did this in partnership with James since it affected the whole family. And once we had our dinners planned out, I would decide which ones would be good as leftovers. And then those are the ones that I would make a double portion of so that I could take them to work for lunch, or we could have them maybe on busy nights when we had sports practices or different things going on. And then after I figured out all of that, I could then just fill in the gaps. Typically, when it comes to snacks, I find where I have holes in my nutrition, and then I choose one of my go-to snacks, just depending on whether I need carbs, fat, or protein for that day. I love almonds, walnuts, apples, bananas, olives, different things like that that are easy to pack and take with you on the go. So those are really good options that you can just kind of stick in a plastic bag and eat when you're in the car or at work or wherever. So typically I'll choose one of those, just depending on whether it's a low carb day or a regular macro day. So again, tip number 1, plan ahead. Okay, tip number 2, ask for support from your family especially, but also your friends and your coworkers. Announce your goals to anyone that you're around on a daily basis. This helps so much. If you have a partner who shares your goals, I mean, that's just an added bonus. But even if you don't have a partner that shares the same goals, typically, especially this time of year, we all have some sort of a goal that we're trying to meet. So you can still have an accountability partner, even if they don't share the same goals. They might have a different goal that they want to accomplish, and you can both agree to support and encourage each other and hold each other accountable. James and I do this for each other all the time. We give each other reminders and support each other, even when our goals aren't even close to the same thing. But seriously, tell your spouse, your partner, your kids, your parents, your friends, your coworkers, anyone you can think of, because the more people that know, the more areas of your life where you're going to have people cheering you on. Plus, it'll be extra motivation because that is just more people that you have to explain why you didn't meet your goals if you fall off the wagon. So again, tip number 2, ask for support. Okay, my third and final tip to help you all meet your goals this year is to give yourself grace. Remember, progress over perfection. If you want to do something radical like cut out all sugar forever and ever and ever, and then get mad at yourself when you have one cookie at a party. That's just not the right mindset. You're not going to be successful, or at least very, very few people will ever be successful doing that. It's so important to not only set realistic and obtainable goals, but to also allow yourself some room for fun. So on the Faster Way to Fat Loss program, we try to stay tight on our macros throughout the week, and then we strategically plan for a treat on Saturdays, which is our leg day. That's one reason why this program is so sustainable. So I encourage you to do something like that. We plan for our treats strategically, and if we lose our willpower during the week and have a cookie, I mean, so be it. It's not that big of a deal. Again, progress over perfection. We try the best that we can, but we still got to live life. You cannot go from 0 to 100 overnight, so you can't go through the holidays just eating everything in sight and then thinking, okay, just because it's midnight, January 1st, you're all of a sudden going to be perfect. You're just not that many people that I know are going to, if any, are going to be successful doing that, eating junk food all over Christmas and New Year's, and then suddenly wake up and just eat bird food. It's just not going to happen for most of us. It might work for a week or so, or if you're like me, maybe a day if I'm lucky, but it's not going to last long term. Any sustainable sustainable lifestyle allows room for a learning curve and grace when you're less than perfect. So that's really important to remember that. So I'll say it again because honestly, this is one of my favorite things about the Faster Way to Fat Loss: progress over perfection. Progress over perfection. I love it. So just to summarize, my top 3 tips for you to help you succeed with your health and wellness goals in 2019. Number 1, plan ahead. Number 2, ask for support from anybody around you. And number 3, give yourselves grace. Please reach out to me if you're interested in joining a future round of Faster Way to Fat Loss. My next round is scheduled to begin on February 11th. So it will end just in time for spring break. It's a 7-week program, and I've set it up to where it's going to end like right when spring break starts. So if you haven't found something that you want to do and you missed my first round, or maybe you try something else during January and you just don't have the results that you want, this will be perfect to help you get in shape for spring break. I do truly believe that this program belongs in each and every one of your lives. My goal is to help both men and women heal with food. That's really my mission in doing all of this. So I would love to help you all. I'd love to have anybody that's interested join me. So I hope you all have a fantastic weekend, and you're having a great 2019 so far, and reach out to me if there's anything that I can do to help you with your health and wellness goals. Thanks. Have a great week.